Hockey fans, are you ready?
And welcome inside of the Cal Tire Place North building here in Vernon. Trevor Miller here with you one final time. It's the UMH-68 Invitational, the 2010 Showcase, and it's all on the line for this game. We play the gold medal matchup between Team Blue and Team Gray coming up here today. To finish out this weekend, Gray is undefeated coming into this game. They'll go with Dylan Mingo in goal to our broadcast right, while in goal to our broadcast left will be Mason Sutherland for Team Blue, who comes in after their big victory over Team Black yesterday in the semi-final. So it's Gray, it's Blue, the gold medal game on the line on Father's Day to wrap things up here in Vernon through the UMH-68 Invitational. We're underway here in this gold medal game. Blue is undefeated, trying to find their way to another victory here today as this puck worked around in the right wing corner, and now it's Team Blue that will advance their way out from their own zone. Out through to center before it's Ben Campbell that will play along the right side. Charlie Gibbons to the net. Sutherland will steer it away into the left wing corner. Battle for the puck now comes up. Campbell left circle, scores. 30 seconds into the game, it's Ben Campbell that makes it 1-0. Campbell got to the left circle and is able to fire it through the legs of the goaltender Sutherland. In just 30 seconds into this gold medal game, it's Team Gray that has opened up the scoring and taken a 1-0 lead. It did not take very long, and one of the players who has been one of the more electrifying ones throughout the course of the weekend, and Ben Campbell opening up the scoring here on this Sunday championship game. Puck worked back inside of the Team Gray zone and wrapped back around on the boards on the right side. Now it'll be Blue that will hold it on side. Here's Taggart at the right point to throw it on, and walkered away by Mingo to make his first save of this hockey game. Puck worked around on the right side now, and Team Gray will advance their way out with that. Starting ahead on the right side, now played to the below the goal line and behind the net. It's Brady Sear that gets it back up to the left point. Here's Trey Mooney back along right wing side to the front of the net, and that was off the side of the goal. Back behind the net, that will come. Gray will get the handle on that and force it back up to the left point. Here's Mooney back with it here. Mooney working down low, below the goal line, comes back around on the left wing side, and Team Blue trying to work their way back out to center, but that puck will come loose back in neutral territory. Now Mooney from center will fire it back in from neutral territory. 18:15 to go here in this opening period. 1-0 the score in favor of Team Gray on the goal coming off the stick of Ben Campbell. Sent from the blue line onto the right wing point, and a shot off the right pad of the goaltender in the way of Sutherland. Loose puck comes back into the slot, and it'll be Team Blue that'll come back the other way. Carried ahead on the right side. That was Maxwell Parker that just couldn't find the handle, and now played back in deep and around on the right wing side now is Rise Barnes, who will get to it. Here's Ethan Kitchen trying to make his way up the ice on the right side. Lost the handle just inside the blue line, and that's puck is fought back out through to center and into neutral territory. Tanner Massey finds the handle at center and will make his way ahead. Massey back below the goal line now, trying to get to that just inside the left point, and that is worked away and battled for here in the left wing half before it's dropped back down below the goal line and picked up here by Roman Haddad. Haddad on the left wing side tries to advance his way out. Knocked down and fired back in from the right wing all the way around the boards on the right side, where Team Blue will take over and try to get that puck ahead on the right wing, but it is battled for here in a joust for possession there as that puck will come loose right back in front. Haddad will play it loose to the left side and lifted down ice there by Team Blue, but it's knocked down by a high stick, so that will halt play with 16:52 to go in this opening period. 1-0 the lead in favor of Team Gray. It's the early goal by Ben Campbell that's gotten Gray ahead to the 1-0 lead. Face-off to come back down just outside of the Team Gray zone, and puck loose back towards center where it's Team Blue that will get the handle on it. It's Nash McStay who will send that back inside of the Team Gray end. Puck comes around the boards on the right side and now back out through to center. Here's an opportunity for Riley Taylor, who's had a good tournament this weekend as he's brushed up against the boards on the left wing side, and it will be battled for here as the puck will come back out to neutral territory and forced back out through to center now where Gibbons will carry in. Charlie Gibbons right circle to the front of the net and just couldn't connect with his man going to the goal there. Team Blue back onto it as they'll work their way ahead. And it's sent back in there by Jackson Beggs all the way down below the goal line. Puck comes free back behind the goal. It's Gibbons onto it now. Gibbons slid that ahead off the boards all the way down inside the Team Blue end. That will go. No icing on the play. Is back for it now is Team Gray trying to wrap it around from below the goal line there. Was the play of Nicholas Peach, but here's Blue the other way. Here's Jax Leslie back in. Tried a right circle pass that was knocked down. Taylor to the middle. Dominic Hall, left wing feed, working back in on that. On the left side is Leslie. He's tied up there by Peach on a good puck battle between the two sides. Down below the goal line on the blocker side of Mingo. Leslie lets it go around back into the right wing corner. Gray trying to advance this up the boards on the left side. That will come back out to the blue line, and Taggart will hold it on side. Lutz will play it around the boards on the right wing and back out through to center. The long stretch pass can't be completed by Gray. That will go down. That'll be an icing with 15:09 to go here in this opening period. And a 1-0 Team Gray lead. A reminder that our title sponsor for the entire weekend is Iron Ghost Construction. Recognized as a top contractor in multiple industries such as oil and gas, forestry, and agriculture, from building turnkey production facilities that produce canola oil, biodiesel, Consendant, and oil to help keep up with the industry changes in forestry where new technology and equipment are being replaced. That they're replacing that of the past. Iron Ghost specializes in the main structures with large employment of iron workers, crane operators, and millwrights. Iron Ghost has successfully completed projects in BC, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. Team Blue back in with an opportunity now as the puck comes loose to the left circle, back behind the goal now. Taken over by Team Blue as they try to work it in deep. Here's Dice now with it into the slot, an open chance to the net, and Mingo the save on the opportunity coming from the left wing side as that's forced off a stick and out of play on that shot by Haddad. But a good look there for Chase Murgatroyd right away, and Team Blue trying to counter on that Gray goal that was scored earlier in the game. And a face-off that will come onto the blocker side of the goal of Dylan Mingo, who has been fantastic so far throughout the course of this tournament. Recently coming off of a appearance where he did not allow any goals, as he's able to cover that one up on his blocker side. 5.5 gone here in this opening period. 1-0 the score in favor of Team Gray on that goal coming early in the contest, just 30 seconds in from Ben Campbell. Puck sent around behind the goal. Carter McKenzie up with it now for Team Gray. Forced back out through the center now as Tanner Massey will get the handle on it and work this back in below the goal line. Haddad tied up there with Barnes. Comes free now in the right circle, catching the shot, and a good save made by Sutherland as he'll hang on and going to face off back inside of the Team Blue zone with 14:10 to go here in the opening period in this gold medal game here from the UMH-68 Invitational here in Vernon. Team Gray on the face-off win now as they'll push this back to the blue line. Right wing point Parsons will give along for Barnes. His shot goes off a stick, up and out of play. And draw that will take place back inside of the Team Blue zone. So, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there and who may be tuning in to this broadcast. Glad that you've decided to spend a little portion of your Father's Day Sunday with us here. Puck loose on the right wing boards as Barnes will send it back down low for Team Gray. Haddad run into a big check on the end boards as getting a piece of him was Kitchen from below the goal line. Yanni Sergianidis will make his way back in through neutral territory. He was upended. Puck comes free back in the middle of the ice and brought back the other way here by Gray as that was Kitchen trying to get the handle on that. Puck comes loose back in front and sliding across on the blocker's side with Sutherland to make a strong right pad save. Team Blue up with it now. Sergianides makes his way back in. High slot McStay had that roll over his stick, and back the other way comes Team Gray. Barnes ahead. Here's Massey right circle to the net. Stopped up and held by Sutherland as we'll get a face-off back inside of the Team Blue zone. 13-12 to go here in this opening period. 1-0 the score in favor of Team Gray on the early goal by the defender in Ben Campbell. Off the face-off, Blue will get the possession and bring it ahead. Leslie, a pass that just got out of the reach of Dominic Halls. This has worked back down below the goal line and started back ahead at center by Gray as they'll advance their way back out through neutral territory. Here's Taylor back onto it now on the left wing, try to feed across on the right side. Campbell threw it toward the front of the goal, steered away as Leslie sends a pass ahead, an opportunity for Holland alone. Got a man tracking back on him, and Peach threw it to the net, and Mingo made the save with the left pad. Lucas Sievert couldn't find the handle there. Taylor back the other way. Stopping up there just beyond the left half mark, and now we'll try and send this puck down low. Sievert threw it right towards his goaltender there in Sutherland, who lost his stick trying to play the puck. Up the boards on the left side. That's advanced back out at center. Campbell upended there as that puck will come free in neutral ice. Floated along the right side there for Leslie. He was bumped into and knocked down on that play. Carried ahead by Lutz. Right wing side stopped up there. McWhorter off the bench trying to get the handle. Comes loose back inside the blue line, and Gibbons will toss this back in deep here for Team Gray. Over 8 minutes gone here in this opening period. 1-0 the score in favor of Gray. There's Sear back down below the goal line with it. Comes out left wing corner and out of the circle. Back up to the blue line for Mooney. Across right wing side. Thrown to the net by Holmes. Off a stick and will be collected up there and put to the net by Cruikshank, with a save being made by the goaltender in Sutherland. Reminder of the 3 stars today are brought to you by Nick Roughton, real estate professional with Century 21 Executives, where the focus is on relationships over transactions. Take the first step and call Nick Roughton, Century 21 Executives at 778-212-3273 or visit Vernon and ColdstreamHomefinder.com. Team Blue back the other way now as they'll start out through center on the right wing side. Here comes Dice working in right circle. He was taken off the puck there on a strong play by Holmes. Comes down below the goal line now, and that play came right back out in front, and that's covered up and held by Mingo. With 11:15 to go here in this opening period. And a face-off that will come to the blocker side of the net of Mingo. Off the draw now, it's Massey that will start ahead with this. Massey working back in left wing circle. A shot by Kitchen that was flown way up and over the goal on the glove side. Back around right wing, working to that and sending it to the net is Barnes, and a good save made by Sutherland, who's been under siege early on, and a busy goaltender here in the opening 9+ minutes of play. Here's Team Blue starting back the other way, working ahead on the left wing side, trying to make a move to the middle. There was Parker. That was broken up and sent back out at center. Haddad back forward in his own end. Got it ahead on the left wing side and out through center. Now that's banked ahead here by Team Gray. Barnes on the right side trying to work his way in. He was taken out by Dice. Lifted to the blue line and back out through to center as Parker's able to feed that one through inside of the Team Gray zone. Gray will work back onto it now. Here's a chance for McKenzie as he centered that back up the right side for Massey. That was broken up. Sergianides will make the chip play up the left wing side and get to that puck in the slot. Fires a shot that's stopped with a rebound in front. Following up there was McStay, but he couldn't put it past. Couldn't get a shot attempt either as he will tag back up the blue line and try to work his way in here as Team Gray will possess. Puck bouncing and held onside. Here's Sergianides with a shot. That was blocked by McKenzie, and it's worked back out by Gray to center and down inside of the Team Blue zone. Pass sent ahead, McStay knocked down as he tried to work that puck free. Taken along the left wing side here by Gibbons. Gibbons stops up just inside the blue line, advancing his way back into the left circle, working wide to the left side, taking a run over and a big check by McStay to finish that play and did not let Gibbons get to the net. There's Lutz back with it inside of his own or just outside of his own end. Played that pass ahead, out of the reach of everybody at center. That will go down and will not be an icing back behind the Team Blue zone. Up the boards, right wing side, sent back out at center. Trying to work to that is McStay. Knocked away and now sent back ahead here by Team Gray. And a centering pass in front. Leslie took over the feed and will take it back the other way on the left side. Leslie fed it ahead to left wing. Carried along by Casey Pearson. Pearson cuts to the middle and got hooked up there as he was trying to take that shot. Puck along the boards right side and fired back off the boards and ahead for Peach, who's got a partial break. Nicholas Peach works in right circle and just flooded that puck wide. Forced all the way down inside of Team Gray territory. That will go for an icing. 8:39 to go here in this opening period, and a 1-0 game in favor of Team Gray. So a face-off that will come back inside of the Team Blue zone to the blocker side of the net of Mason Sutherland. Off the draw, the shot there by McWhirter was squibbed away on the blocker's side. Now another chance from a sharp angle there. That puck thrown off the outside of the goal. Worked to the net by Sear. Around the goal on the left wing side, here's Parsons. Getting to that puck here as he was tied up. There was Pearson tied up there as McWhirter went in for the check and has the puck on the goal line. McWhirter gets to the backhand, put it on, and a right pad save made nicely there by Sutherland. Comes along back to the left wing and thrown back toward the front of the goal, where into the left wing corner that will go. Back down below the goal line. Gathered up here by Team Gray. Here's Sear back with it. Down below the goal line now, trying to make a move out to the blocker's side from, well, the goal line was Team Gray. Could not do so. And 7:53 to go here in this opening period. And a 1-0 lead remains for Gray. Face off to come to the right of the goal of Sutherland. Off the draw, this puck put loose into the right wing face-off circle and bumped toward the slot. A shot coming there. That was off a stick and worked back behind the goal as Kitchen let that shot go. Dice got his stick in the way of that. Now Kitchen back with it again. Right circle shot stopped by Sutherland, who lost his goalie stick. Another chance to the net. Another save by Sutherland in front. Forced up the boards on the left wing side. Back out through to center. Taken here as Dice tried to work that ahead. Loose puck just inside the blue line now as McKenzie will rake it back inside of the offensive zone. Works it along here for Kitchen. Kitchen with a shot to the net as he was being knocked to the ice and put that one on with a save being made by Sutherland. And this faceoff will come back inside of the Team Blue zone with 7:16 to go here in this opening period. Draw to the blocker side of the goal of Sutherland. Work back down behind the goal and trying to joust for that one. Here is Team Blue looking to try and get this puck out of their own end, as that was Jackson Guile who was on the check there, as this will come back around on the left wing. Push back to the boards and taken over here by Team Blue off the boards on the left wing side and down inside of Team Gray territory. Here's Campbell back with it now. Stopping up behind his goal. Campbell tried to send that ahead. Knocked loose there as this puck will come free on the right side and taken over and started ahead by Campbell on the right wing. The defender and the lone goal scorer so far. Right circle feed and fed it back through the middle of the ice. No one there for Team Gray to put that one toward the net. Puck comes free to the left wing circle. Up with that and putting it to the goal high and over the net. That goes from Gibbons. And that will halt play with 6:27 remaining here in this opening period. Final game of this weekend here on the UMH-68 Invitational. Thank you for everybody for tuning in, however you may have done so over the course of the weekend. 4 games on Friday, 4 games yesterday, 2 games today. So the 10th and final game of this weekend, wrapping things up here from Vernon. And Jason Bedolan and his crew, always running such a strong tournament. We'll see if we can talk to Jason throughout the course of this game here today with 6:22 to go in this opening period, and a face-off that will take place back in neutral territory. Off the draw, it is taken back here by Team Blue and worked up by Tavin Peterson to the front of the net, and Hall tried to get the handle on that and couldn't make his way to the net. Played around on the right wing side, that will come back out towards center. Peterson back for it. Fed it along left wing and sent back ahead by Haddad right toward the front of the goal, where Mingle will just get to that and cover it up back inside of his own zone. And a faceoff that'll come back inside the gray end with 5:58 remaining in this opening period. And the early goal 30 seconds in by Ben Campbell, the only scoring that we've had so far in this game. That puck put toward the front of the net, and Mingo there to cover that one up and hang on once again. So we'll get another faceoff that'll come the way of the blocker side of the Team Gray net. Draw one here by Gray, lifted off the glass, back out through to center. Peterson, that one goes. Crookshank will find the handle on that. Big collision there and neutralized. Got a penalty upcoming here, and it's going to be Casey Pearson that's going to go. Boarding is the call as Mooney was run into near the Gray bench, and power play opportunity upcoming here for Team Gray with the 1-0 lead with 5:41 to go here in the first period. So Team Gray, who's been the only team this weekend to score a goal on the power play, will go back to work here on the man advantage here in this opening period as this puck lifted all the way down ice and inside of the Team Gray end. That will go. There's Holmes back with it inside of his own zone. Sends this ahead on the left wing and carried out through to center here on the left side by Gibbons. Stops up in the neutral zone and fired it across on the right side. Working back in on that now. Trying to send that one back down low as Campbell. That was broken up and sent out to center. Taken along by Holmes inside of his own zone. Circling back there as he will send this puck back out through the neutral zone now for Taylor. Taylor making his way ahead. Works his way back in on the right side. Taylor advancing into the offensive zone back behind the goal. Now it's Peachel to get the handle. Try to center it back in front for Taylor. And that one forced just wide as that puck will come all the way back down inside of Team Gray territory. Forced to head out through center. Taylor to the middle now for Barnes. He lost possession of that. And it's Campbell that comes back the other way. Driving down the right wing side. Campbell in the right wing corner below the goal line. Tried to center that puck back in front. Knocked away as it comes loose back behind the net. Team Gray onto the possession now. Right wing half board to the blue line it goes. That chance for Barnes down low is intercepted. And it's banked all the way down ice. Taken along by Team Gray, and that long stretch pass is knocked away. Gathered up here by Massey. Massey trying to get the handle on it now. Will find it here just inside the blue line. Massey leaving it there for Barnes. Sent across on the right wing for McKenzie. 19 seconds to go in this great power play that just hasn't had a whole lot going in it so far as Team Blue will lift that down ice. Gray with a chance out of their own zone here. Working along the left wing side now, Barnes. Cuts to the middle now, will carry across the blue line. Playing it along for Kitchen. Kitchen back to the middle. Here's McKenzie trying to get the feed on it there as that will come loose in the left face-off circle and played ahead by Blue and worked off the boards on the left wing side. Carrying that ahead is Dice. Dropped it off. Pearson out of the box. Fired it just wide. Back behind the net now is Beggs, who will get to it here and leave it for Pearson back behind the goal. Centering a pass in front. Good stop by Mingo on that opportunity at the front of the goal. Played around to the left wing now as McWhirter will get ahead. McWhirter trying to advance his way in, knocked down. Pearson couldn't quite find the handle on that and brought back in illegally. That's an offside against Team Gray with 3:04 remaining here in this opening period. Face-off that will come back outside of the Team Blue zone. And Lutz on the face-off now will fire this back down inside of Team Blue territory. Beggs ahead on the right side. Here's Leslie to try and work that puck up the wall on the right wing. Lutz back onto it here. And it's collected up now by Beggs, who will fire it across on the left side. Hall holding that one on here on the left wing. Dropped it off for Pearson. Back for Hall again on the left wing half boards, and it slid back up top now for Beggs. Off the glass, that's forced right to the front of the goal and hung on to and covered up by Mingo with 2.5 to go here in this opening period. And a face-off that will take place back on the blocker side of the goal of Mingo. Back behind the goal now, Gray will put the handle on it here and will make their way out for their own zone. Fed ahead now, Taylor across on the right side. That was broken up and forced down low by Gray, but intercepted and brought back the other way now as that was Guile that will play it in deep. Back down inside the Gray zone. This puck will come loose on the right wing side and fed right ahead there on the right wing, and a shot fired wide of the goal as that came loose from the right side there by Peach. Clock hasn't been started for quite some time now as we finally got it back up and running as this battle for the puck on the left wing side continues to dig here as Gray up with it. High slot Taylor had that broken up and carried back down inside of the zone. Mooney to chase after it here against Sergianidis, and that puck will work its way back out through center on the right wing side and now flip back in here by Blue. All the way down inside of the Team Gray zone now is Gray trying to work their way out from their own end. Flip back in by Blue inside of Team Gray territory. Under 2 minutes to go here in this opening period. Carried back along by Gibbons on the left wing side. Stopped up just inside the left half board, threw it to the net. Right pad saved there by the goaltender in Sutherland. And the rebound put by, and somehow that stayed out. Don't know how that chance from Gibbons stayed out as he tried to wrap it around on the blocker's side, and Sutherland kept that puck out and keeps this game 1-0 for Gray. Draw that will come back to the blocker's side of the goal of Sutherland. Puck loose just outside the blue line now and taken over here by Team Gray as they'll work ahead. That was Barnes who will get in on it now. Back down below the goal line and taken here by Gray. 1:15 to go here in this opening period. Worked back to the blue line. McKenzie left point. Tried to throw that one on. That was knocked down. McKenzie back forward inside the blue line. Now gives it along for Kitchen right side. Kitchen, right wing point. Trying to drop that off. That was broken up, and Blue will start back the other way. Forced back ahead through center. Peterson left it ahead. Through the middle now is Dice, but offside was Team Blue with 52 seconds remaining here in period number 1. And a face-off that'll take place back just outside of the Team Gray zone. Forced back in now, and a chance for Blue to the backhand. Stopped by Mingo. The rebound loose to the side of the goal. Great look there is right off the draw that was pushed ahead by Dominic Hall. And an outstanding save made by Dylan Mingo. Carried back along by Gray. Forced along the boards on the right wing side. Hall sees that go up and out of play. 28.1 seconds remaining here in this opening period that has seen just a slim 1-0 lead in favor of Team Gray. The lone goal so far in this period coming off the stick of Ben Campbell, 30 seconds in, but Gray trying to change that, and they will. Brady Sear makes it 2-0 on a shot low to the glove side and in. Brady Sear adding to the lead with the marker from the circle. And able to sneak that one past the left pad of Sutherland and give Team Gray a 2-0 lead. 10 seconds to go here in period number 1 as this is lifted back down ice. That will go for an icing with 3.4 now left on the clock here in this opening period. So 2-0 the lead now for Team Gray. They're out shooting Team Blues 15-10 so far. And a face-off that will come to the blocker side of the Team Gray zone, or the Team Gray goal. Face-off to the blocker side. I think we're going to have, because there was a lot of time that ran off with that stoppage, I think we're going to have the clock not start right away. Scramble off the draw. Back down below the goal line. Now the clock restarts, and that will sound the buzzer on period number 1. Maybe. 0.8 seconds left. There's been a lot of clock issues so far in this first period. And now we're going to end the period. So 2-0 the score in favor of Team Gray after the opening period of play, as it is 2 goals in that opening period for Team Gray. 1 early and 1 late. Ben Campbell scoring just 30 seconds in, and then Brady Sears scoring much later to give Team Gray a 2-0 lead after the opening 20 minutes of play. So a big opening period for Team Gray. They've got the 2-goal lead. We'll see what transpires of that as this rolls along. So 2-0 lead on goals by Ben Campbell and Brady Sear. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Period 2 upcoming in just about 12 minutes. We'll get you set for that here from Vernon. UMH-68 Invitational hockey here from Cal Tire Place North. 2-0 Team Gray the lead. And welcome back inside of Cal Tire Place North here in Vernon. Trevor Miller here with you, getting set for period number 2 between Team Gray and Team Blue in the gold medal game between these two teams. 2 goals for Team Gray in the first period. Ben Campbell and Brady Sear getting the markers in the opening frame. And we're underway here for period number 2. Puck back down to the right wing side. There's Barnes with a shot put to the net. Knocked down in front and trying to force that one toward the front of the goal was the goaltender there. And Mason Sutherland, who was busy in that opening period, but able to keep his team in the game. A 2-goal game here into the second. Big collision there just inside the blue line. Parsons knocked down by Yanni Sergianidis as this puck will come back along and played back up to the left wing side and forced off a stick out of play. And that coming just 38 seconds into this second period. So faceoff will come back inside of the Team Blue zone. Draw to the blocker side of Sutherland here. Off the faceoff now, it's Team Blue that will get this puck free and try to work it from below the goal line now up the left wing side. Here's Jackson Guile with it now. Guile trying to advance past the check of Nicholas Peach down inside of the defensive zone here as this is worked back along to the right wing corner and up the boards that will come. Here's Hall trying to find the handle on it. Now back the other way. Here comes Pearson trying to get his play ahead. Casey Pearson, right circle to the net. Steered away by the right pad of the netminder there in the way of Dylan Mingo. Back out through center. Jack Leslie makes his way in, cutting into the slot with a shot, and a good save by Mingo. Able to keep that one out and able to keep this a 2-0 game. 1:17 seconds into period number 2. So again, the championship game here today. And the final game of this weekend set here in Vernon. And a great weekend it's been so far here this weekend with lots of good hockey action as a shot from the line by Guile is steered away from the front of the goal on the blocker side there by Mingo. Puck loose in the left wing corner and now put toward the front of the goal from behind the net now. It comes back around on the right side and collected up here by Team Gray as they try to relieve pressure out of their own end. Guile trying to hold it in back at the left point for Team Blue. Puck still loose there as it comes back along the left wing. Circle down to the corner. Hall keeps it inside the zone. Back up top. Guile left point to the front of the net. Steered away by Mingo. The rebound comes loose back on the right side. Pearson drops it off. Taken there by Leslie. He was knocked off stride as that puck will come loose back up to the blue line. Pearson there with it now as he'll try to make his way in with a chance. Drop back down into the slot. Now to the blue line it goes, and a long shot taken there and just fired wide. Puck forced back out through to center and making their way back out through the neutral zone. That's knocked down as Hall will try and get back to it on the left wing, and he'll work it back down inside of the Team Gray end. Slashed around the boards on the right side by Mooney, but held on. Taggart a shot from the right circle. He was run over as he took that attempt, and back the other way comes Team Gray. Racing forward on the right side is Peach. Getting there first is Murgatroyd, trying to force it up the boards, and we're going to have a too-many men call coming up here against, I believe it's going to be against Team Gray, on a change at the bench that had one too many step out. So too many men on the ice, the call, and it's actually going to be Team Blue that's going to be called for this. And it's going to be Maxwell Parker that's going to go and serve the penalty. So Gray go to the power play for the second time here in this game. They so far are 0 for 1 on the power play as they'll go to work one more time here. Face off to come to the glove side of the goal of Mason Sutherland. Off the draw, forced back out at center, and could be an on-man rush shorthanded here. Murgatroyd fed it ahead, out of the reach of Dice as this puck will work its way back along the left wing side. And from the blue line, Haddad put it on and stopped up and held by Mingo. 17:06 to go, second period. Dylan Mingo has been outstanding here throughout the course of the weekend and really over the last course of the 2 games as well, as he did not allow a goal in his team's last game that he played. That was the first game yesterday in a 5-0 victory, and hasn't done so yet today on that try to the front of the goal. And again, Mingo makes the stop shorthanded, able to keep that one out with 3 minutes gone here in the second period. And now a penalty upcoming here to Team Gray. It's going to be Tanner Massey that's going to go off after he got a bit overzealous after the whistle. So 3 minutes gone here in the second period. Penalty upcoming here to Gray, and it's a cross-checking call coming against Massey, and a power play opportunity for Team Gray that goes awry. So 1:38 to go here in the power play, and we'll play 4-on-4 now for 1:38. Coming loose on the right side now, Ben Campbell here in a 4-on-4 sequence, trying to make his way up ice. Here's Campbell with it now on the right side. Try to drop it down low. He was knocked down. Puck comes loose back around on the right side and taken over here by Team Blue as they'll make their way out. Murgatroyd, right wing. Here's Dice working his way in. Stops up just inside the right blue line. Drops it off there, and down below the goal line goes Tavin Peterson behind the net. Peterson left wing circle. Tried to center that one back out in front and knocked away and turned back up the right side here by Team Gray. Advancing with that and sending it across on the left wing side. Gray will advance their way back in as that was Lutz that will fire it in. Down below the goal line now, it's taken by Haddad. Sends this back off the boards on the left wing side inside of Team Gray territory. No icing on the play for that as this puck will go back down below the goal line into the right wing corner and pushed up the boards on the left side there by Parsons. Knocked down in neutral ice and worked back in deep here by Gray. Lutz back behind the goal for it now. Trying to work this puck up through the middle of the ice. Sent ahead through the middle and knocked down there by Gibbons and taken over by Team Blue. 19 seconds of 4-on-4 time remains. Here's Mendez carrying in across the blue line. Right wing feed now for Beggs. His long try toward the front of the net is knocked down. Battle for the puck just inside the right half board, and now it's taken by Beggs on the goal line. Walks it back out in front to the slot. Mendez just couldn't find the handle as it's taken back the other way by Gray. Power play for Blue here for a brief moment, only 20 seconds of that. Here's Sear with a shot from the right side, and that one's worked wide of the net up the left wing side where Lutz will hold it in. Back at the left point, sends it back toward the front of the net. Sear chasing after it here, back into the right wing corner, and gathering that up was Parker trying to find the handle. Comes loose for Peach in the right corner. Peach down below the goal line. Sent back along the left side and taken back behind the net here by Blue as it's Parker that will get the handle. Parker tried to play at the middle, intercepted. Here's Sear toward the front of the net, tipped on, scores. What a pass by Brady Sear in the slot, and it's tipped up and over the blocker's shoulder of Sutherland. That will give Team Gray a 3-0 lead. And a neat little redirection by Mason McWhorter to pick up the goal. McWhorter standing in front, angled his stick and able to get that one up and over the blocker side of Sutherland on a terrific little pass down low by Sear, who broke his stick on that play as well, and is able to give Team Gray a 3-0 lead. .14:44 to go here in period number 2. Blue back onto it now, wrapped around the right side. Hall trying to get the handle there as Gibbons will come away with it. The high slot, left it along, left wing side, a long shot from the line by Mooney, fired just wide. Gathering that up is Crookshank and leaving it along there as Leslie will get the feed, and now back for Gibbons. Gibbons lost the handle. Here's Holmes back with it now, spun it around the left side for Gray as they'll advance their way up. Gibbons with a lead feed, left wing side. Worked back inside the zone there by Crookshank. Left circle shot taken there and a good stop with the left pad. That coming from Sutherland. Taggart lost the handle on that as that will come loose on the right side. Here's Pearson now with it. Pearson laid it along left wing for Guile. Guile forced that back out through to center, and Holmes will leave it along the left side and carried back out here by Team Gray. Nice move there as that will get free on the right side, and that shot knocked down. Starting back up with that on the right wing here is Team Blue. Worked into the right wing circle. Here's Hall. Dominic Hall in the right wing corner. Threw it back out in front. Pearson to the net. Mingo made the save, and that puck will Bound back onto him where he covers it up. 13:26 to go in the second period. And the lead added on to, courtesy of Mason McWhirter's goal, that has given Team Gray a 3-0 lead here in this game. Face-off glove side, and off the draw, a long shot from the line is swallowed up and held by Mingo, and another face-off that will take place back inside of Team Gray territory. Puck sent back up to the blue line now as Blue will hold it on side and work this down low. Nice little spin move there, and another one to get out of traffic here from Colton Kitchen. Kitchen forced it ahead on the right side. Here's Barnes trying to leave that puck ahead on the right wing. Cannot do so. Held on there by Kitchen. Threw it down low. Here's Barnes right circle. He lost possession of it. And played along now by Team Blue as they'll go back behind their net. Starting ahead with that is Blue. Now making their way up ice on the right wing side. Fed along left wing here for Parker. Parker tried to throw it to the net. That went up and over the goal and forced back along the boards. Now in front of the net. Trying to find the handle. Parker there as well. But given up and started back the other way here by Team Gray. Started ahead on the left wing side by Gray now. Worked toward the front of the net. That stopped. Rebound comes loose right side. Barnes down to the right wing corner trying to find it. Penalty upcoming here to Team Gray. Now it's Parsons who will gather the handle, and Tanner Massey's going to be called for the second time here in this game. And an interference, the penalty against the Gray forward. So Team Blue to the power play here with 12:28 to go in the second period. Massey called for the interference minor. And off the draw, that will roll right to the blocker's side of Mingo's net. And we'll just cover this one up and hang on. Another face-off to the blocker's side. Push back up top now. Here's Beggs from the blue line with a shot. That was knocked down. Seward back with it now as he laid it back down below the goal line. And Lutz trying to find it here as well. Scramble right to the front of the net and cleared away from the front of the goal by Gray nicely. Up the boards. That'll come back out at center. Here's Crookshank trying to make his way in. Crookshank tried to move from right to left and lost the handle on that. Short-handed. Puck comes loose back in the right wing circle. Now as Beggs will just feed it back through the middle here for Mendez. Mendez controlling on the right side. Works his way back out with that. Played back out at center now as Mendez will carry it back and across the blue line. Here's Beggs on the left wing side with it. Protects on his forehand and slides it across to a right wing pass there off the boards as Sievert tried to get the handle on it, given up, and now taken back by Beggs and forced just wide of the net. Here's Dice with it now. Try to work it to the left face-off circle. Sear around the boards, along the left wing side, collected up there and fired all the way down ice by Team Gray. So started back out here by Team Blue from their own end. Making moves as Beggs at center, left it along for Sievert. Sievert advancing in on the left wing side, stopping up the left half board. Sievert toward the front of the net, that went off a body. Puck comes loose back down below the goal line now. Tied up on the end boards there is Team Blue. Hall trying to find it. He'll gather the puck up now. Hall back behind the goal. Working it free to the right wing corner. Centering a pass in front. Good defensive play by McKenzie. Breaking up that opportunity. The side of the goal. That was Leslie that had a good look at it. And the game remains 3-0. 15 seconds remaining here on this Team Blue power play. Puck sent along right side and worked all the way around the boards on the right wing as Sievert goes back after it here in the right corner. Out of the blocks now is Massey, so we're back to 5-on-5. Tipped off the stick of Taylor inside of the defensive end, so no icing on the play. Back for that, looking below the goal line now is Pearson. Pearson right wing circle, trying to make a move in front. Loose puck comes through the slot and worked away from the front of the goal there by Team Gray. That in the way of McWhirter. Puck held up on the right wing side, trying to get free there is Pearson. Here's Leslie back for it. Threw it along to a vacated right circle and taken back the other way now by Team Gray. McWhirter stood up inside the blue line by Taggart. Puck is held up there on the right wing side, trying to brush that one ahead is Team Blue. Big collision there as McWhirter runs into Taggart just in front of the penalty boxes. Long stretch pass by Guile. Can't connect with Hall in neutral territory. That will go for an icing. 9:38 remaining here in the second period. A reminder that today's Grit and Grind Award is presented by Brown's Social House. Locally owned and operated, Brown's Social House Village Green provides the perfect balance between neighborhood pub and upscale casual dining. Our guests experience a premium casual environment that makes them feel at home, and that's what the term social house is all about. It's that simple. So we got a change in goal for each side. Both goaltenders getting a look here at this gold medal game. So for Team Blue, we see Jackson LaFortune come in, and for Team Gray, Gunnar Podolin will finish this game out here today. Puck goes back down below the goal line here for Gray, as it's Ben Campbell that will get the handle. Campbell along right wing circle there for Cruikshank. That was knocked free, and Team Blue will send that back out to center. Here's Campbell back with it here. Lost the handle on the puck, and Parker will come back the other way, working in left. Circle to the net off the post. Rebound try, and Podolin gets across to make the save. Back along left wing now. Guile to the net. That stopped. Rebound, another try just wide of the net. And a quick start for Gunnar Podolin, and he's had to be good off the hop, and he was there on that opening sequence. Started ahead by Gray. Here's a chance now working ahead with that, and just sending that along to the right wing side was Cruikshank. Back along right circle for Lutz with a shot. That was a high riser up and over the goal. Taken back here by Charlie Gibbons. Gets around one check, gets around another, into the slot with a shot, and LaFortune able to find the handle on that and hang on for the whistle with 8:36 to go here in the second period, and a 3-0 lead in favor of Team Gray. Draw to the blocker side of LaFortune, so tough way for both these goalies to come in and start, with a couple of flurries coming in right on them. Back down below the goal line now, trying to dig for that is Gray, and back up the left wing side, Haddad tried to force that up the boards. Nice job by Holmes to keep it onside. Laid down below the goal line and back in front. That chance came for Massey, and he fired it just wide. Back down below the goal line now, around the boards on the left side and thrown toward the front of the net. And there for that, and hanging on to it is the goaltender in LaFortune, and a faceoff that will come back inside the blue zone. 8:08 to go here in the second period. 3-0 the score in favor of Team Gray. So faceoff blocker side, chipped up ahead through to center, and working their way back out through the neutral zone here is Team Gray will have to track back on it, trying to clear that puck, but Blue is on it in the neutral zone and try to work it back in deep. Massey upending his man there and just inside the blue line, and Leslie back behind the goal now. Holmes tied up and sent down to the ice, and a good check by Pearson on the end boards. Puck wrapped around on the left wing. Team Gray onto it here, as back below the goal line here is Holmes. Holmes in the left wing corner now, circling back against the checking pressure there of Pearson, and now will make his escape from back behind the net. Got it out ahead through to center. Flipped up the right side there by Team Blue, but it's taken on there by Blue as they try to work it ahead, but Gray will get the possession in neutral territory, and Grayson Holmes will fire it down ice. Puck battle in the right wing corner. Peterson back with it behind the net. Peterson wedged off the puck. That was great. Tried to throw it toward the front of the goal. Kitchen was unable to do so. Hall back with it into the corner now, and squirting away from a check there is Kitchen, who fired it to the left wing point. Up with that, McKenzie a shot, and that went off a body in front and just went wide of the goal on the glove side. Sent back down low side of the net, trying to rush to the goal there as Massey was run into as he tried to get that puck in on the glove side. Played their big hit on these sideboards, and then Massey comes over and throws a big check on the right side, and that's going to cause a penalty, and that's going to cause a lot of disruption there on the right wing as Haddad threw a big check on McWhorter on the right side, and the Massey came over and got his stick up and cross-checked Haddad down to the ice. And there's going to be penalties coming up here to each team. So Gray did look like they're going to go the power play as McWhorter was dumped on that big hit by Haddad. And then Massey came over and Been a bit of an undisciplined game for Tanner Massey, as he came over and wasn't happy about that and threw that check on Haddad. So 6:37 to go in this second period, and temper starting to flare a little bit here in this championship game. And it looks like there'll be the extra penalty that will go to Massey. And it will be Parsons that's going to go over and serve this penalty. And a face-off that'll come back inside of the gray zone. So after it looked like it was going to be a Team Gray power play, will now turn into a Team Blue power play. 6:37 to go here in the second period. Lots of conversations here between the officials and the coaches. Looks like it'll be an extra 2 minutes to Massey on the board for his involvement in that scrum. So 6:37 to go here in period 2. Face off to come to the blocker's side of Gunnar Podolin. Off the draw now, it's taken here by Blue. Here's Beggs back in the left wing corner. Down below the goal line. Wraps it around the board to the right side, and trying to work that one out there is Team Gray. Just couldn't quite get the handle on that. Back up the right point, and that one's pushed out there by Sear all the way down inside of Team Blue territory. Back for that behind the goal is Leslie, making his way out on the right wing side. Leslie trying to advance in past the blue line, and now collected up there as McWhorter will throw it down low. Here's Sievert back with it. Played it along the boards for Beggs. And played along by Blue, and they'll get out to center with this. Back along the right side, there's a shot by Beggs that just went wide, and Pearson just couldn't finally get the handle on that as it's banked out through to center, and a chance. Riley Taylor's in alone, short-handed to the forehand, and a great right pad save made by LaFortune. There's Hall back with it now inside of his own zone as he'll circle back up on the right side and carry ahead through center. Hall back in, dropped it off, back at the right point. Now a backhanded flip across to the left side for Guile. Guile left point. Moving into the middle with this, slid it across on the right side. Back along there for Guile, who will accept that feed and take over here. Guile on the left wing. Here's Pearson moving in left circle, scores! Power play goal for Team Blue, and they get their first goal of the game, and it comes from Casey Pearson in the left circle. That makes it a 3-1 game. Casey Pearson with a shot from the left circle that gets through the legs of Gunnar Podolin into the back of the net. And it'll be a goal for Team Blue to make it a 3-1 game with 5:05 to go here in the second period, and a power play goal at that. Something that I haven't seen a whole lot of over the course of the weekend. Obviously, with these players not really knowing a whole lot about each other, tough to get any chemistry going, but a goal there on that shot from Pearson makes this a 3-1 game, and back in is Nash McStay. Sharp angled shot, just threw it up and over the goal. Back around to the right point, held on side there and thrown to the net. That was knocked down. Team Gray back out to center, and Guile will work it back in deep. McKenzie got it ahead, out of the reach of Peach. All the way down inside of Team Blue territory. Here's Guile back with it now. Works it around the wall on the right side. Held on here as Guile tried to advance that one forward on the right wing. Takes it back now behind the net. Guile tried to stretch it out to the left side. Couldn't connect there with his man, and brought back along here by Gibbons. Right circle shot. Good stop there, as following that up was a good save by LaFortune with 4:18 to go here in the second period. 3-1 the score. Face-off that will come back to the glove side of the goal of LaFortune. Off the draw, now it's worked around on the right side and slid back out of the reach of Dice, all the way down inside of Team Gray territory. That will go for an icing with 4:05 to go here in the second period. A reminder that today's 3 stars are brought to you by Nick Roughton, real estate professional with Century 21 Executives, where the focus is on relationships over transactions. Take the first step and call Nick Roughton, Century 21 Executives, at 778-212-3273, or visit Vernon and ColdstreamHomefinder.com. Puck wrapped back around the goal on the left wing side. Mooney tried to hold it on at the left point. That gets away from him. Secondary effort now will be played back out through the neutral zone and work back inside of the Team Gray end. Back for that, Team Gray behind their goal. Lead feed out through center now and taken along through the middle of the ice here by Team Gray as they'll work it back in. Trying to get to the net is Kitchen, knocked off there by LaFortune as this puck will come back along the right wing side. Here's Barnes, right wing corner, try to center it back in front, and that's worked away to the corner. Back up to the blue line, Lutz. Worked it along in the left wing corner there, and a sharp angled shot to the net. Never went in, and now the puck's poked into the side of the goal. That shot came from the left wing, worked through LaFortune. It was sitting at the glove side post, and it's put into the back of the net by Ethan Kitchen to make it a 4-1 game. What a great job by Kitchen on the glove side post to stick with that play. And able to bang it home on the glove side of LaFortune. And it is Team Gray that gets their 3-goal lead back once again. Hall tried to center a pass in front that was knocked away and started back the other way here for Team Gray. Pearson at center. Stripped of it by Campbell. Trying to make his way out with that. Now Hill carrying across the blue line. Campbell right circle. Down to an E, gets it back again. Campbell on the right wing side. Gets the puck back into the right point and threw it down low. Worked to the worked to the goal line there where Sear tried to make a play back out in front with that and carried back ahead by Hall. Fed it through the middle for Pearson. Pearson back along left wing side. Hall to the net and a save by Podolin. 2:34 to go here in the second period. And the game 4-1 in favor of Team Gray, who gets their lead back up to 3 goals. And this face-off to come to the blocker side of the net of Podolin. Comes up the boards on the left side. And worked around to the right wing corner here. Sliding that one down low is Team Blue as this will come back up top, and Beggs couldn't find the handle. Gray the other way. It could be a 2-0 rush as they hurry. Gibbons left circle scores. Charlie Gibbons from the left circle beats LaFortune under the glove side, and Team Gray is pulling away. They have a 5-1 lead. Charlie Gibbons on the left wing got to space and used his great shot to beat the glove side of LaFortune, and has now made this a 5-1 game in favor of Team Gray. That shot just misfiring there on a good look there for Team Gray. Puck comes back along the left wing side, and trying to get a handle on that there was Team Blue. Now back inside of the zone, here is a play for McKenzie up ice that was knocked down, and here's Guile working his way back into the right circle. Guile with a shot to the net, that was knocked down. Back out through the neutral zone, now it's forced back in here by Team Blue. All the way back inside of the offensive zone now, as this is Played along to the right wing side into the right circle. Now Mendez had that stripped away, and McKenzie starts back out the other way. McKenzie trying to get some open ice there on the left wing side, but offside was Team Gray working their way inside of the offensive zone. Face-off that will come back to center ice. 5 goals from 5 different goal scorers here for Team Gray. As this is pushed back inside of the Team Blue zone. A long shot there. That's swallowed up and held by LaFortune. Team Gray really starting to find their way here in the second period with 3 goals and have gotten themselves to a 5-1 lead. Mason McWhorter, Ethan Kitchen, and Charlie Gibbons with the goals here for Team Gray in the period. Puck comes back to the blue line. A shot there. Stop on LaFortune. The rebound fired just wide as that was Tanner Massey right on it at the front of the net who just couldn't put it by. Sent back inside of the Team Gray zone as it is Team Blue trying to just find their way to some offense here in the later parts of this second period with 1:11 remaining. Puck comes back out through the neutral zone and out through center. Trying to get the handle there as Haddad as it's worked up the wall on the right side. Final minute of play here in period number 2. Puck along the left wing here and now scooped up and started the other way by Hall. Could be a 2-on-1 here as Hall working to the left side. He's got Pearson to the net and just couldn't get the puck to his stick as he just missed fired on that chance. Brought back the other way here by Team Gray. Right wing side now put to the net by Barnes, and that one just misfired as well. Comes back around and working in his Team Blue in the final 30 seconds. Pearson to the net. Podolin is able to steer that one away before it could get to his goal. Comes back along the right wing side, and now Campbell will carry out. Another odd man chance here. Another rush play as Campbell walking in with a shot. Just fired up and over the goal. 15 seconds to go here in the period. Worked back inside of the Team Gray zone, and it will be a battle for the puck behind the net, and now taken along here by Sear. 5 seconds to go here in the period. Comes back along to the blue line. One last chance here to the net. Redirected up and out of and over the goal, and that'll sound the buzzer on period number 2. 3 goals for Team Gray in that second period, and it's a 5-1 lead for Team Gray after 40 minutes of play. It looked like Team Blue might get back into it when the game was 3-1, but Gray has just taken complete advantage of this game and find themselves to a lead of 5-1. We'll take a timeout. We're going to come back. We're going to hear from the guy that makes all this happen. Jason Podolin will stop by and join us for a quick conversation coming up here in a matter of moments. 5-1, Team Gray has the lead after 40 minutes here at the UMH-68 Invitational 2010 Showcase. Welcome back inside of Cal Tire Place North here in Vernon. Trevor Miller here with you and joined by the guy that makes all this happen in the way of Jason Podolin. Jason, first off, UMH-68 Invitational, the 2010 showcase this weekend. What a weekend it's been so far. We've got one more period, possibly even more. Who knows how the third's going to shape out, but so far this weekend, a pretty big success, I would imagine, for yourself and your crew. Really, even dating back the last weekend, too, the last 2 weekends here with tournaments, it's been just a huge success.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super grateful and appreciative of everything that's been happening, you know, with as far as who's been helping and, you know, guys like yourself and Seamus and the crew last week and, you know, the PA announcer and the arena staff here. And, you know, obviously it takes a lot of people to do their jobs properly to have things go as you want them, and they have gone great. There's been tremendous feedback from everyone involved, players and parents included, and yeah, so I'm thankful everyone had a good time. That's really what we want to have happen here.
When you look at this, you know, these events that just start to seem to gain traction here year after year. I was here last year for it, and you know, it seemed like, you know, it's kind of just getting off the ground, trying to get things rolling, but not necessarily make it easier the second time around, but you know, when you look through to go through these events now, is it something where you've got people that are looking forward to it, an opportunity now where people kind of know what it's about a little bit, and they know what they're getting into, and when they come to a weekend like this, and they kind of know what to expect. It's going to be good hockey, it's going to be a good atmosphere, and more importantly, it's just going to be great people that are running this whole thing, and the operations run smoothly.
Well, yeah, I mean, to your point, you know, there's a lot of people that are leaving here saying that they've never experienced an event like this, you know, and these people have been around hockey their whole lives. A lot of them have had kids that are older than the ones that are here now, you know, that have been hockey dads or moms forever. And so we're obviously doing something, you know, like last year, the proof of concept was established, you know, the fact that we were able to get, you know, 48 families here from all across the province in 31 days was pretty remarkable. And the fact that they all left with such a great feeling. And that's what happened this year. I mean, you mentioned about being easier. The invitation process was a bit easier because, you know, you invite a kid that you've recognized up in Prince George, and one of those buddies or one of the families came last year, and they're like, you got to do it. You mean, like, it's a no questions asked thing. You got to do it. You're never going to experience anything like that. So yeah, I mean, and as it goes, we got a lot better traction this year with the Lower Mainland families, which was exciting. And, you know, again and again and again, they're saying, you know, wow, this is awesome. You know, like, thanks so much. So now they're going to go home and tell that story. And yeah, hopefully there's going to be players that are looking forward to and wanting the invite and appreciative when they get it, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then when we open it up to the 2011s this year, I think that obviously also helps the minor Bantam age group, because you go from U14 to U15. They've already been exposed to the tournament. They've talked to it about their friends and everything else, and so now we roll forward. So yeah, I'm excited for next year. Hopefully it's just get easier and easier. I mean, the kids on the ice right now are fantastic players. I mean, the hockey's really, really good. Like my vision for this is to be like a true top 68. Like these guys are all within the top 100. Like I said, they're here, but that's the thing that I want to have happen here, is that this is where everyone wants to be, you know, in a couple of years.
Yeah, and, you know, you look through the invitation process, as you mentioned, how much work and how much time goes into that. You'll take, a day off after this, and then find a way to get those invitations and start looking at it again after that, because it just seems like, you know, it's tough. There's a lot of hockey around BC. There's a lot of high-quality players, too, so I'm sure it's tough to try and pick players that, you know, might be on the bubble of being here or not being here. But what does that kind of invitation process look like? I'm sure a lot of phone calls for you, talking to people that you know well in the game, coaches that you are able to reside with, and just chatting with a bunch of different people all really throughout the year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the head evaluator, you know, and I'm the decision maker at the end of the day. So I try and get out as much as watch as much hockey as I can.
How hard my job is.
There you go. And I want to have eyes on these kids. And if I can't, there's a lot of ways to watch video. And if not, then there's also the nomination process, which I think is really, really important. You know, so and that's the other thing, that some associations have been super, you know, supportive of it. Like, yeah, I would love to have my player recognized, and so they put somebody forward. So I mean, even like the U14 event last week. We had Tristan Levesque-Mera from Terrace, who, like, I would have never seen, played Tier 3 his entire life, and he led the tournament in points. You know, like, I love seeing stuff like that. Trey Alexander is another one, playing for the Northwest Trackers up north, and I'm not even sure where he's from, but somewhere up north. I wouldn't have seen him play. You know, when he comes here, he wins a coach's award, right, and is a big contributor. So I love the fact that, you know, that all four corners of British Columbia is covered and well represented. and we definitely try and do our best to make sure everyone that is eligible and deserves an invite gets one.
When you look at these kind of weekends, and what is kind of a successful weekend in your mind? I know there's probably two different versions. One that everything goes off right and without a hitch, and that you're able to, scheduling's okay and everything works out that way. But from a player perspective, and maybe even more importantly, a family perspective, what is the one thing that you want people to take away from the weekend?
I just want it to be something that these players are going to remember, and that was the way I approached it. I don't approach it from, I don't know. Some people approach these things from like, how am I going to make money? Like I didn't even consider that at the start. Like what I wanted to do was like, how am I going to make this an amazing player experience? And then I was like, how am I going to make this an amazing parent experience? And then so we combined the two together, and with the workshops and the education component, with the way that the room is laid out, with the way the players are treated, the way the first stars are and the all-stars, like all the awards that you guys have, the player banquet with the prizes that are there, like, I had team freezies after the event, like just little details, right? That makes a difference. And I think, when you've been in those rooms and we put on the skates and you've been to a million spring tournaments or a million tournaments, and then you come to one like this, get to leave your gear in the locker room and your name tag's up there, you have a takeaway jersey, like there's only so much you can do, but I think that, I've tried to do as much as we can. And from the smiles on the faces from the kids, from, their appreciation and their gratefulness to their coaches and to me. And, like last week, without a lie, I would say at least half of the parents that attended last week, so that's like 30-some emails in my inbox, thank you, or a DM. Thank you for having this. Like, this has been amazing. Like, that is so cool, to get that. I know I've never left a tournament and left a thank you note. You know what I mean? Because it's just another tournament usually, right? So there's something happening here. The people that I brought in, I think, is a huge component of that. Like, the coaches care. Like, I got these guys because they're hockey guys that care and want these guys to be better. The junior players on the bench, same thing. They're here in a mentorship, leadership role. And everything that is surrounded these guys is like, it's a detailed, caring first environment, and I hope they do go home feeling appreciated and loved, and hopefully it's motivating for them and inspiring for them to continue on in their journey to be better, to hopefully get treated like this in the future as well somewhere.
It's interesting that you mentioned the junior players, because that's something that I kind of wanted to touch on, is the fact that we talked to Eric Pastro earlier today, we saw Zach Funk on the bench with Mark Ferner as well, and it's just, when you get those kind of people like Mark Ferner or Colton Sparrow or even Glenn Carnegie, like those kind of guys that you've had, Locke Mueller as well, that, you're able to bring in so many other people as well and surrounding people, and I think it's a great experience for a lot of these young players. They can look up to some of these junior guys that aren't that much older than them and think, to get the little words of wisdom of how to go. Obviously, this is a big time right now, the 2010 age group, just trying to figure out decisions of where their hockey career might land, but it's always helpful to have another ear. And as you mentioned, the people that you bring into this event can also mean so much when you have the supporting cast too.
Well, and I think it's, like as a younger guy to have a 67 goal scorer in the WHL on your bench, how cool is that? Like, that's super cool in that aspect, but like, what I do with the coaching aspect and what I call mindset, like a lot of it is just personal development too. So for those junior guys, they've been a player their whole life. They never coached, right? So now they're from the perspective of, I get to see the game from a different angle. I'm going to try and give back to these players in a different way. And they're actually forced to be in that mentorship position, which they're not used to being in. I love that development side of that for those guys, right? Like, how do I model myself now in front of these young guys? What do I say? How do I say it? Not everybody, is a coach. So I love that they're able to give back, to the game and get those seeds right now, right? Like, this game doesn't owe you anything. You owe the game a ton, right? And that was the message at the banquet too, is like, how can you find ways to give back? And the fact that they're here, right? Like, they're here on their own time. I gave them a $50 gift card from Browns and said thanks. Like that is it. I'm not paying them to be here. Those guys, they're here because they want to be and they want to learn, and that just shows you what they're all about. So awesome for them to be here. I think that the whole cycle of the process is, starting to close the loop on that for them, and hopefully those guys take away just as much as the younger guys do, right, for them being here.
Well, we look forward to the final period of this, possibly even more, but we'll look forward to it and appreciate it, Jason. Thanks for coming up. And, another great weekend coming up in the books here. And, of course, a big Father's Day out for Sunday as well. So happy Father's Day to you.
Awesome.
And get a chance to watch your kid play in the final period of this. So it should be a lot of fun.
There's worse places to be as a hockey dad to be in an arena on Father's Day. So I'm happy to be here. I hope the other dads are too. I'm sure they are. And, what a great way to finish it.
There we go. Jason Podolin here in our second intermission. We'll take a timeout, come back, third period action. Coming up, the UMH-68 Invitational here in Vernon. And we are back here inside of Cal Tire Place North, and we've got a third period upcoming in our championship game here between Team Blue and Team Gray. Team Gray a 5-1 lead after 3 goals in that second period, push themselves ahead by 4 goals as we work our way into period number 3. Puck comes loose now, right wing circle, a chance, and Gray on the board early here in the third. Charlie Gibbons, just 13 seconds in, has given Team Gray a 6-1 lead. Gibbons' second goal of the afternoon. Able to fire that one past the glove side of Jackson LaFortune, and the early goal for Team Gray, 13 seconds in, has given them a 6-1 lead. And Gray, from really start of this tournament onward, have been the team to beat. They're undefeated, haven't lost a game so far, and are well on their way to looking like they will pick up the championship here with a 6-1 lead here in the third period. Puck back at the blue line now on the right wing side. Here's Team Blue back with it now. Sievert midpoint, shot by Beggs was off a stick and wide. Back along the left wing side now, moving in with a shot. That's stopped by Podolin with the left pad as Gunnar Podolin makes that save on Jack Leslie, and he makes 2 more as well. And another try to the net, another save by Podolin. 3 outstanding chances there for Jack Leslie in front, and Gunnar Podolin keeps the puck out and keeps this game at 6-1. Face-off that will come to the blocker side of the goal of Podolin now. And it's wrapped around back below the goal line. Here's Taylor back with it on the left wing side, and advancing that one back out to center. Here's Gibbons with it. That was knocked away and taken back over here by Team Blue. Sent back in at center. And a centering pass back out in front, and that play was just forked wide of the side of the net. Sent back along there and will be forced away back into the right wing corner, and a stretch pass there for Team Gray trying to work their way out. And that will go back in on the goaltender there, and covering back up on the right wing side. That is Podolin who will do so. So a face-off that will take place back inside of the Gray zone here with 18:23 to go in the third period, and it is a lead of 6-1 in favor of Team Gray. Puck sent ahead through center and across the blue line. That's an offside. So 18:13 to go here in the third period, and a draw that will come back out to neutral ice here. 6-1 Team Gray with the lead. Work back down below the goal line and trying to wrap that one around his Blue. Loose puck that will come back into the slot and taken back along on the left wing side here by Team Blue. Worked back in the left wing. Here's Yanni Sergianidis that is knocked down on the left side, and we got a penalty coming up here. It's going to go against Ben Campbell. And will be a power play upcoming here for Team Blue. So Campbell off for the penalty. And a face-off that will take place back to the blocker side of Podolin. And off the draw, it is Team Gray that will get possession of that, and they'll clear it all the way down ice. So power play for Blue. They have scored on the power play once today. They're 1 for 2 when it comes to the man advantage. Blue back with it again and worked back along inside of the zone, now out through to center. Here's Sergianidis that will make his way back into the offensive zone. Dropped it off there for Peterson. Back across left wing side now. It's collected up there by Haddad, who tried to throw that toward the front of the goal. That was knocked down by a body and work down below the goal line. Up around the boards on the right side, and that puck will come all the way down inside of Team Blue territory. Started ahead by Blue out of their own zone. Fed through the middle now. Here's Sergianitis that will make his way ahead. Gets that back inside of the offensive zone. Midpoint, nice move there by Haddad, but he lost the handle on it, and it's started back the other way by Holmes. Tracked back nicely there by McStay, who will get onto it here. McStay leaves it along left wing now for Haddad. Through the middle of the ice now, taken over, and a chance from inside the blue line there by Sergianitis that was knocked down. Loose puck comes to the slot and cleared all the way down by Team Gray. Back below the goal line now. Haddad will find the handle here with 3.5 minutes gone in the third period. Puck up the boards of the right wing side and worked back inside of the zone here by Blue. Right wing circle to the net and swallowed up and held by Gunnar Podolin. And a faceoff that will come back inside of the Team Gray zone. And a draw that will take place to the left of the goal of Podolin. And off the face-off down behind the net, it's taken here by McKenzie, and he'll fire this one down ice off the glass on the right wing side. Shuffled along into the left wing corner, and now worked out ahead here by Team Blue. Starting back out with that through center now. It's taken along in the left wing side by Leslie as he'll advance this back in and try to drop that back off on the right side, but it's cleared back down ice. So power play has come to an end here for Team Blue. They're 1 for 3 on the man advantage here today. Loose puck now as Taylor will find the handle in neutral territory. Trying to get to it on the right side, and that puck will come back inside of the Team Gray zone and started out ahead at center by Lutz. Lutz lost the handle on it. Forced away there as back onto the puck inside of the zone is Team Blue. Back behind the net. Pearson turning back here in the right wing corner. Back behind the net now. Pearson still with it. Now played along for Leslie on the right side. Leslie back out to center and knocked down there by McKenzie. Forced along left wing. Now back for McKenzie right side. Taylor will skate onto this. Puck will come loose there on the right side. Now we'll leave it here and into the right wing corner. Now it goes for Hall. Hall spinning off a check. Back behind the net now. Worked away there as Leslie tried to center that pass in front. Knocked down and still loose here back behind the goal. Taken on here by Team Blue. Nice job by Hall to work away from a check. Back behind the goal it goes down. A centering pass in front that McKenzie was able to pick off. Trying to start back the other way is Team Blue, or is Team Gray, but that's back inside the Blue zone where Sievert gets to it. Over 5 minutes gone here in the third period. 6-1 Team Gray the lead in this championship final here at the UMH-68 Invitational. Puck forced back into the right wing corner. Now up the boards on the right side. Comes to the blue line and shuffled down low by Team Gray. Back down behind the goal. Gathering that up there is Tanner Massey, who was upended. Puck comes loose behind the net and gathered up there on the right side. Chance to the goal, and what a stop. Getting across on the left wing and making the save is LaFortune on the opportunity for Kitchen on the right side. What a stop that was. Just a terrific save there. With 14:07 to go in the third period, and it's Jackson LaFortune who comes across on the left side and makes a phenomenal glove save to keep this a 6-1 game, but a great stop there in the Team Blue net. Played back around to the right side. Holmes tried to send that one back down ice. Knocked down here as Holmes will get back to it on the right half board. Works this free now down to the right wing circle. Gathering that up is Kitchen. Walks to the high slot, holds and shoots. He scores. What a shot by Colton Kitchen. Going up and over the glove side of Jackson LaFortune. And with 13:39 to go in the third period, Kitchen's got his second of the game. That makes it a 7-1 Team Gray lead. What a fantastic shot that was by Kitchen. In the slot, rips it up and over the glove side of LaFortune, and Team Gray running away with it here in the third period. Second of the game for Kitchen, so that's 2 goals for Kitchen, 2 goals in the game so far for Gibbons. And it's a 7-1 lead in favor of Team Gray here with 6.5 minutes gone here in the third. Team Gray intercepts now as it's Sear dragging and try to get that one toward the front of the net. Blue will come back the other way and start up ice with it. Taggart ahead on the left wing side. Dice trying to get around the check of Campbell as we'll find that handle on the puck there in neutral territory. Got it ahead for Crookshank on the left wing. Moves in left circle with a shot that was blocked down there by Giles. The puck goes back behind the goal and wrapped around on the glove side and forced just wide by Campbell. Chipped ahead on the right wing side there by Team Blue. Advancing back inside of the Team Gray end. Here's McWhirter turning back inside of his own zone now for Lutz. Lutz starting his way out. Down the right wing side, carrying it across the blue line, lost the handle on that and worked back in there by Team Gray on the right wing. McWhirter tried to squirt his way to the middle, now gets it back again in the right circle, but taken over here by Blue, and they'll start back out. Sergianidis will make his way ahead through center. Sergianidis back in, to the blue line it goes. Here's Haddad to his backhand, working his way down, now stopping up in the side of the right blue line and feeding it along there where it's dumped back inside the zone by Team Blue. Trying to work that free as Sergianidis back in behind the net. Taking along and stopping up there in the right wing corner now is Lutz. Gives it back along there and back behind the net now. Team Gray will make their advance out of their own zone here. This third period, as working ahead with that is Parsons. He makes moves to get to open ice. Parsons in the right circle, just couldn't get the shot away. 11:45 to go here in the third, and the 7-1 lead in favor of Team Gray. Loose puck in the left wing corner. Gray trying to force this back up to the blue line, and that will be slid back toward the front of the goal, steered away from the right side there by the goaltender in for Team Blue in LaFortune. Now back at the blue line on the right wing side. That's gathered up here and try to work back down low, and now Blue will get to it and clear it back out to center. Down inside the Team Gray end. Bouncing puck just over top of the stick of Peach as that will go back down ice. Back behind the goal. Left wing corner now behind the net. Trying to make a move there is Team Blue now as they'll have the puck pinned up on the end boards. That is Peterson. Still a battle for it here as this puck will come free along the right side and worked free on the right wing here by Team Blue. Working on that is Leslie in the right wing corner. Rubbed off the puck as it goes back behind the goal and wrapped around the right side. Still with it now as that puck will come right through the slot. Leslie couldn't find the handle on that. Put to the backhand and off the glove of Podolin on that shot that came from the right side by Seaver. Up the wall on the right wing. That will be a battle toward the blue line and now back out. Pearson laid it ahead. Barnes tries to bring this back in. He was upended there by Beggs. Back down below the goal line. Left wing circle. Trying to advance that out is Blue, and they will eventually get that back out to center where Mooney will work it back in. 10 minutes to go here in the third period. 7-1, Team Gray the lead. Carried ahead on the right side and worked back in there by Leslie. That puck bounces its way back out through to center and inside of the neutral zone. Taken over here by Massey. Massey left circle, tried to feed it back in front. That was knocked away there by Guile and forced back up the boards on the left wing and taken back the other way here by Team Blue. Here's Pearson cutting to the slot with a shot. Low into the ice that just went wide. Forced back along the right wing there, and now in the right wing corner, it is Mooney that will play this back out. Fed ahead through center and carried up the right side by Barnes. Barnes works back in. High slot for Massey with a shot and a glove save made by LaFortune with 9:21 remaining here in period number 3. And a draw that will come to the left side of the goal of LaFortune. A reminder that the dressing room snacks for this tournament are presented by Nature's Fair Markets. If it's good for you, we've got it. And also Davidson's Orchards, growing farm food and family fun since 1933 right here in Vernon. Team Blue will force that other own end and now get a chance here to try and work up ice, but just unable to slip by. A check on the right wing there was Maxwell Parker. Comes back along right circle. Here's Dice now working it there for Parker, and just couldn't complete the feed as that will come back along through center and worked up the middle of the ice here by Lutz. Lutz will get to it. Just inside the left point now. Lutz trying to find an open avenue here to work this puck free. Still a battle for it here along the boards on the left side. Right in front of the blue bench. Everybody clamoring together to try and find this puck with 8:35 to go here in the third. Still a battle ensuing. That will eventually come free. Taggart will find it now for blue and get it across the left side and work back out to center. Here's Campbell now with it. Makes a move to get the inside edge and throws a shot to the net from the right circle. Good save made there by the goaltender in Jackson LaFortune. 8:17 to go, third period. 7-1 the lead here in favor of Team Gray as they have the advantage here in this third period of this championship game. Face-off glove side. And off the draw now it is Team Gray that will pick this up in the offensive zone. Here's Charlie Gibbons, 2 goals so far for Gibbons in the game. Laid it back to the blue line, a long shot by Parsons, redirected just off the side of the net. Sent back to the right point, Parsons once more. Right wing circle now, making a move and getting up tied to open ice, and a shot there from Peach is swallowed up and held by LaFortune with 7:50 remaining in period number 3. And the lead at 7-1 here for Team Gray, trying to finish things off here on this UMH-68 Invitational, the 2010 showcase this weekend. And of course, talking to Jason Bedolan in our second intermission about this weekend. Happy with how the festivities have gone, and or last weekend as well with the 2011 showcase. This has been quite a successful last 2 weekends here for UMH and the Invitationals. Around the boards on the right side. Team Gray will get this back out at center. Working ahead on the right wing there is Peach. Tracked down from behind. Following up on the right side. Walking in, a shot by Taylor. That one stopped. And the rebound comes free where Blue will try and start their way out with it now. Carried down the right wing side. Here's Hall. Right circle. Fed it back to the front of the net. And just out of the reach of Pearson, who knocked down in the corner trying to find that puck. Back toward the front of the net. Off the right pad of Podolin. Rebound comes loose back to the left point. Here's Haddad with the long shot. That was knocked down. Taylor fed it ahead. Worked back in now by Peach. Peach and across the blue line. Trying to advance his way in. That was knocked free as that puck will come back out through to center. Bouncing puck there that Team Gray is now on to. Ethan Kitchen makes his way in, but offside is Team Gray. That will halt play here with 6:43 to go in the third period, and the lead at 7-1 for Team Gray. Face-off to come just outside of the Team Blue zone. Back inside of the Team Blue, and that will go now back to the right point. A long shot by Holmes, redirected on, and LaFortune able to find that through traffic and hang on for a whistle. And look at a face-off that will come back inside of the Team Blue zone here. With 6:29 to go in this third period. Off the draw. Handled and sent to the net by Holmes. That went off a stick as that puck has worked back down to the left wing corner. Forced all the way down inside the Gray zone. Podolin made the play. The puck and fanned on the attempt as that one was just forced wide into the right wing corner. Boy, Podolin came out to play that puck, fanned on the attempt, and got bailed out as that one was forced away from the front of the net. Getting some help out there from his defender and Holmes, who will free the puck up on the right wing side, and Barnes will start ahead across the blue line on the right side for Barnes. Makes his way toward the goal and just had that one go wide. Sent back down to the right wing corner now. Team Gray back onto it. Here's Kitchen, makes his way to the right circle, sends it across left wing for Mooney. Mooney left point with a try. That was knocked down. Puck comes loose in the left wing now for Hall. He can't advance that out. Held on here in a pass that was intercepted and started back the other way here by Team Blue. Forced along the right wing side, a drag move there, and trying to cut to the middle with that was Leslie. He was knocked down and taken back along here by Team Gray. 5:20 to go here in the third period. Slid ahead on the right wing side and up with that, trying to advance their way up ice. There was Gray, intercepted and comes back out through to center. High slot working in is Pearson with a shot that went off a stick into the left wing corner. Back down behind the goal. Worked behind the net now where it's taken on the forehand by Parsons trying to clear, and now it's taken on by Dice. Dice in the right wing half court. Walks his way to the middle. Tried to feed it along there for Parker in the right circle. That is broken up and pushed along here by Team Blue. They'll keep possession inside of the offensive zone. Back down below the goal line. Wrapped up the wall on the right wing side and pushed back up to the right wing half court, and now Team Gray will fire it all the way down. That will go for an icing here with 4:34 remaining here in this third period. And a face-off that will come back inside of the Team Gray zone. A reminder that the weekend of hockey brought to you by Up My Hockey with Jason Podolin, the hockey podcast about reaching your potential. Visit upmyhockey.com for information on mindset training for hockey players. Grow your mindset, grow your game. That puck up and out of play. And we'll see another face-off come to the glove side of the goal of Podolin. Face-off glove side of the Gray net. And off the draw now, it's Sear that will wrap this back around on the right wing side. And that is Dice now trying to throw it down low. Murgatroyd just couldn't get the handle on that. Wrapped around on the right wing now where Crookshank will see this puck get deaded up against the right wing half boards here as everybody continues to dig for it right up against the boards, keeping play moving and trying to keep this puck moving along the wall as well. Comes back to the middle. Gathered up there by the defender in the way of Gile and worked around the boards on the right side. Taggart tried to get to that and looked to throw a shot on goal. That was knocked down. Puck comes free now where Sear will play it ahead, and on the right side carried ahead here by Team Gray. Worked back in on a try toward the front of the goal. Now back down below the goal line behind the net. Gathered up here by Campbell. Campbell left circle, high slot, fed it along to the right side. Gathered up here by Team Gray. Thrown back up top now for Campbell. Campbell advancing down the right wing side. Moving into the right corner with this now. Campbell trying to work away from pressure as this still hung up on the right wing sideboards. Picked up there by Gray, and they can't advance any further on that. So it's sent back out towards center, and just misfiring on that attempt there was Team Blue as they'll gather it back again. Blue on the left wing now as Dice will throw it down low. Look out, the puck came right back out in front and lifted on the backhand up and over the goal by Murgatroyd. We'll see a faceoff come back inside the Team Gray zone. 3 minutes to go in this third period in a 7-1 Team Gray lead. Face-off to come outside of the Team Gray end of the ice. And off the draw now, it's Blue that will get the handle on it here. Pearson back around left wing now as Team Blue will recover and try to make their way in, but Sergianis will go offside, and a face-off that will come back inside of neutral territory. 2:50 to go here in the third. And off the face-off, a battle for it here as this puck will come loose to the right wing side. Peterson ahead. Puck gathered up now by McStay. McStay working his way down below the goal line. Tried to center that pass in front. Knocked free and started back out through center here by Gray. Here's Taylor back with it. Left wing feed for McKenzie. Tried to advance his way inside of the offensive zone. That puck will come back out to center, and now Gibbons will get the feed on it. Gibbons slides it ahead on the left side. Gathered up now by Peterson. Peterson works it down low below the goal line. Now back around the right wing side. Here's McStay. McStay fired that puck out ahead at center. Knocked down by Parsons, and a chance here in the right circle. A shot that stopped. Then the rebound try. Another good right pad save by LaFortune. 2 minutes to go here in the third period. Worked along the boards in the left wing. Scramble for the puck here into the corner. And up the wall that comes now where it's McKenzie that will get the handle. Back along to the right wing side. Parsons a long shot. Gloved and held by LaFortune with 1:43 remaining here in the third period. 7-1 the score in favor of Team Gray. Faceoff will come to the left side of the Team Blue net. Wrapping things up here on this Sunday, on this Father's Day Sunday here from Vernon. Off the glass on the right wing side. Now it's Leslie trying to work down low. Mooney was there to intercept off the boards and wrapped around the left wing. That puck will come back out to center. Here's Kitchen to make his way ahead on a possible 2-on-1. Right circle, Kitchen to the net, and a save made there by the goaltender in the way of LaFortune. Flip back out through the neutral zone and down inside of Team Gray territory. That'll go for an icing with 1:12 remaining here in the third period, and 7-1 the score in favor of Team Gray. So a draw that will come to the blocker side of LaFortune. 1:12 to go here in the third period. Off the draw now, it's Team Blue that will take this back up ice and work it back inside of the Gray zone. Holmes got to it now on the left wing and trying to force that one ahead. That's knocked down in the final minute of play here in period number 3. Pearson back for this inside of his own zone. Ducks back behind the net and will now try and work this out from his own end here, but it's Team Blue that will get the handle on it. Played ahead through center. Worked along the right wing side by Pearson. Carries back in. Right circle shot stopped. Rebound scores. Dominic Hall with 39 seconds to go in the third. Finds the back of the net for one last time for Team Blue and makes it a 7-2 game. Dominic Hall, the goal for Team Blue. That's able to make this a 7-2 game for Gray here with 30 seconds to go in period number 3. Sent back up the middle of the ice through the legs of Campbell and now laid back out in front of the penalty boxes. Campbell gets it back again. Worked into the right wing circle. Campbell below the goal line, back behind the net, and that puck stuffed up with the glove side and hung on to there by LaFortune. Face off to come to the glove side of LaFortune. 16 seconds to go here on the weekend set. Off the face off now. This puck will come back along the right side. 10 seconds to go here in period 3. Comes to the middle of the ice. Taken on here by Team Blue. They'll stretch it out in the final dying seconds of this one. And it's over. Team Gray has won the UMH-68 Invitational, the 2010 showcase, as it's Team Gray who comes away victorious by a final of 7-2. They did not lose a game all weekend long, and they come away victorious here on this Father's Day Sunday. 7-2 the final score. A big effort there for Team Gray, and big effort really all throughout the course of the weekend for Team Gray. They were fantastic all weekend long. Finished a perfect 5-0 in their games. And another successful UMH-68 Invitational in the books for the weekend on a terrific finish to this weekend here from Vernon. Outstanding stuff. Team Gray comes away victorious by a final score of 7-2 here this afternoon. And just from start to finish, this team so very good. And again, did not lose a game the entire tournament long and find their way to a victory here on this Sunday. So we'll have some awards to give out. We'll have the Coaches Award coming up. That's presented by Up My Hockey with Jason Podolin, as well as we'll have our 3 stars. And then, of course, the trophy presentation to Team Gray for coming away victorious here on this Father's Day weekend here at the UMH-68 Invitational. So we'll have some of these awards upcoming here in a matter of moments to hand out as this tournament comes to a close and this event comes to a finish here in Vernon this weekend.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to the tournament this weekend. I hope everyone had a great time. It's time for our award ceremony, starting with a 3-star selection.
We'll also get our all-star selections as well throughout the course of the tournament. So time for our 3 stars and our Grit and Grind Award. We'll go for our 3rd star of the game, and we'll start with the 3 stars brought to you by Nick Rowden from Century 21. And it's going to be the 3rd star of the game today. The goaltender for Team Blue will be in the way of Mason Sutherland, who is the 3rd star of today's hockey game for Blue. And he started the game, played the first half of this contest, did Sutherland. 2nd star, Ethan Kitchen. Got a goal in this game. And Ethan Kitchen, the 2nd star of this one, and the 3rd star of today's game. It will be Charlie Gibbons, who is the 1st star of the game. Gibbons scored twice in the game today and finds himself to be the 1st star of this championship game. So there's your 1st star, and Charlie Gibbons the 1st star of today's game. Ethan Kitchen 2nd star, and also Mason Sutherland the 3rd star of today's game, as those presented as they have been all weekend long by Nick Rowden with Century 21.
It's now time to choose our Grit and Grind player.
So we'll do our Grit and Grind Award winner. Usually we do those first before the 3 stars. We'll mix it up for the championship game. The Grit and Grind Award winner from the game will be Yanni Sergianis, who will pick up the Grit and Grind Award presented by Brown Social House.
It's time for our Coaches Award.
And we'll now get the Coaches Awards for each of the 2 teams, for Team Blue and for Team Gray.
Character, coachability, and leadership. And the winners will receive free registration for solo mission of the UMH Peak Potential Mindset Program offered by Jason Podolin, a $500 value. Recipient from Team Blue.
So for Team Blue, the Coaches Award will go to Nash McStay.
Congratulations, Nash.
Nash McStay, the Team Blue Coaches Award winner.
Now for the Coaches Award for Team Gray. Team Gray's Coach Award recipient.
And Team Gray's Coach Award winner will be Shea Mooney.
Congratulations, Jay.
So Shea Mooney will get the Coaches Award for Team Gray.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now time for our all-star presentation. And some of these players are not here because they're already played in the bronze medal game.
So it'll be the All-Star presentation now, and the best players from the course of the weekend.
Our first recipient from Team Black, on forward, number 17, Gage Mark.
Gage Mark got the All-Star selection for Team Black. Had a great weekend this weekend, 8 goals that paced the tournament. Alex Sharman picked up an All-Star selection as well from Team Red.
From Team Blue, number 11, Casey Pearson.
Team Blue, it'll be Casey Pearson that is an All-Star selection as well, scored in this championship game today.
Congratulations, Casey.
And Casey Pearson is an All-Star for the weekend set. Austin Archibald is also a All-Star as well. And Ben Campbell, an All-Star for Team Gray as well. And in goal from an All-Star nomination is Dylan Mingo, and that was not overly surprising given the terrific performance that he had over the course of the weekend.
All right, well, thanks everybody for coming. We wanted to be a little closer final, but great. This wouldn't be too strong. Good fight there for the goal. We had a great tournament. Thank you to the coaches. Thank you to the player assistants there, the ambassadors. I'm really proud of these guys for coming out and helping. And thanks to all you guys for coming as well, and all the dads in the crowd. Boys, round of applause for the dads today. Everybody did great for that. Yeah, just spread the word. Obviously, this is only the second year. It seems like from the smiles from the players, from the handshakes from the parents, it seems like everyone had a good time. So when you go home, just spread the love. Let them know that if they get an invitation next year, they should come on out and enjoy this town of ours and this tournament. We try and do it pretty special here. So thank you guys for a great effort. Let's bring out the first star of the game here to select this trophy for the 68. Charlie, why don't you come out and take the trophy for the boys? So we're doing our little version of the Stanley Cup. If you win this thing, you get to get your name on it. So everyone from Team Gray will have their name engraved on this. So for everyone coming after them, they'll see who won the tournament. So congratulations to Team Gray. Everyone else having a safe ride home. We're going to stay on here and get some team pictures. Thank you.
And there it is, Team Gray, winners of the tournament this weekend. Get their names engraved on the trophy, and everything after the weekend is set and done. So a good weekend of hockey here for Team Gray and everybody involved, as it is a Team Gray victory by 7-2 here in the final. And a good weekend of hockey here at the UMH-68 Invitational here in the 2010 showcase. But an outstanding weekend of hockey, as always, here in Vernon. And just a terrific weekend of hockey being played here from all the players as well. So we'd like to thank you for watching at home and following along all weekend as well. We're happy to have you here with us on this Sunday for this championship final, and glad to have you here with us all throughout the weekend. My name is Trevor Miller, signing off here from the UMH-68 Invitational here in Vernon. Thank you very much for tuning in throughout the course of the weekend. We'll talk to you next year.